All right, let's go over the LegalServer integration with JTAI. So currently we are on the hub view, and if you're an admin, in the bottom left you can click your profile and you can go to the admin page right here. Once inside here, up in the top right, we have the integrations page. Now this is where you connect your SharePoint, which we can see is connected here. But you can also connect LegalServer now. So we can see this one is of course already connected. Now to connect this, what it'll tell you to input is the site URL, plus you'll have to go and create in LegalServer a API service account and then get a bearer token for that. You will then input that into here and then your LegalServer will be connected. Now there's two things you can do with this connection. The first one is relating to hubs. So if I go up here to create a hub, we can actually see we can now sync from LegalServer. And what's really cool about this is you can sync direct matters. So if I were to sync this matter, for example, it's going to periodically sync the case data and the documents that are attached to that, if there are documents, right into a hub that you can then chat with and use. So this is quite limited right now. You can only sync per hub one case matter. However, the functionality is there and growing. Now the other thing relating to AI chats is a LegalServer API tool. What this means is that just inside the AI chat for now, not the hub chat, the AI can actually use the LegalServer API to go and get information from LegalServer. So if I ask it, what it can do with the LegalServer tools, it should give me a good answer on what its current capabilities are. Now we can see I use this word MCP. So that is an AI field-related term called Model Context Protocol. And that's just the format in which we're giving the AI tools. And so we can see here, right now it's a little bit limited to just mainly the case matters API. However, this is still very versatile and can get you a lot of information. Now we are of course adding expanded capabilities to this. However, currently on the production build, it is just matters. So let's do an example. I have a case with my name in LegalServer, and I'm going to get information on it. So what we should see here is that it immediately goes and searches LegalServer. It's going to use the search matters, and then we should see it actually use a tool where it's looking at the matter. So we can see get matter, and you get nice visibility into what it's actually doing. And we should see here, we get a nice overview of the case. And so we can see this case is of course the test one. It has very limited information. However, this is of course very expandable. So this is the current capability inside of the production build. However, going over to our cutting edge demo instance, we can see a really cool example here of the future capabilities. So in this, we're asking it quite a few different things. We're saying, go and use LegalServer to get the case on Roman Slack, and then go on SharePoint and read 3 case documents to give me a little summary. And what's really cool about this is that it's chaining these tools together. And so it's using a custom LegalServer connector we built, plus the already connected SharePoint to achieve this. And so we can see it first found the case ID, and correspondingly on SharePoint, it found the folder with that case ID as its name. It then went and looked at the 3 most relevant documents. So we can see the client intake form, retainer agreement, and some case notes. What's even cooler is that it doesn't stop there. Once this information is known by the AI, you can do more transformative work with it. So for example, I can get a quick PDF overview of this, and we can see prior the AI already created this. Now, relating to the SharePoint tool, this is something you can also toggle on for the AI to use. Right back in the integrations page, we will see on the SharePoint page, if you scroll down, there is actually now SharePoint AI chat. Of course, this is experimental, so read the disclaimers. However, we have it set on, and I have it actually just locked down to a few folders just for security, of course. And this is what's allowing the AI to also use SharePoint during its work. So this was a brief overview of the JTAI legal server integration. Thank you.